Hello, I'm Harold Short, self-proclaimed, self-certified expert on RV motorhome maintenance. My certification comes from owning 3 old motorhomes, all of which were better when I sold them than when I bought them. I am an expert because I declare myself an expert because if I've done something once successfully, I'm an expert in that particular procedure. In this case, I have completed the procedure and I'm going to do it for you a second time to show you that I am, in fact, an expert. What I have here is the furnace from my 2000 Fleetwood Southwind storm. It is a Suburban SF35, and I've owned this motorhome for about 3 years. The blower motor would periodically squeal, but continue to run. I suspected that at some point it would seize up and I was going to have to fix it. However, my neighbors in the RV park that I spent the winter in commented and kind of complained about hearing the thing screech and squeal. So therefore I decided I must do something about it. What I did was to begin to peruse YouTube, and what I did not find anything exactly what I wanted to do, and besides that, what I did find kind of misled me. So after several false starts, I stood in this position and looked at it and said, oh, that's how it comes apart. Puts a few things back together and proceeded to take it apart. Now, what we need to do to take it apart to get to the blower motor is to first remove these 5 screws to take the shroud off the burner inlet air. And then we need to remove the 2 wires from the motor, the red one here, and there's the black one. And the black one disappears down below the furnace and plugs into a ground bus along with all the other grounds, which is actually connected to this panel here. Then we take those 2 screws out on the burner, and then we take these 2 screws out, and the control board comes out, and just let it drop down out of the way. Don't disconnect the wires or anything, so you don't have to worry about getting them connected in improperly. Now, the next thing we do is we take this screw out of the gas pipe. Doing that and having these other 2 screws up here removed allows this gas pipe to drop down out of the way, and there are 3 screws to take that plastic little panel off, and then we can get to the fan, the actual blower fan for the ductwork. Okay, you don't need to see me doing all of that, so I'm going to turn the camera off at this moment and go to work at... Okay, we're back again. The fan requires an 1/8 inch Allen wrench to loosen the clamp. and then the fan slides out real easy. Wrong. Takes a little effort to get it out of there, but I got that done. Now, down inside here. Okay. Now we look down in here and we see two nylock self-locking nuts that are holding the motor or the motor mount. Using our 3/8 nut driver, we remove those two nuts. Now we'll go around to the other end of the furnace, and we see the fan in there and all of this stuff removed, and the gas pipe dropped down out of the way. We just slide the whole motor out, and we weasel the red and black wire out as well. Okay. Now, looking in here and here, we have another Allen set. Okay, looking down in there, we see the collar and the Allen set, and once it's loosened, we go in this way, unscrew the Allen set, and the motor slides off. Slides off the shaft. Okay. Now, at this point, I decided anything that's I'm going to replace would require an autopsy. And so I looked at the motor, and it appeared as though it would come apart easily. And it did. When I got inside, I realized that the brushes were good, the armature was good, the bearings were tight, and so I decided that I would just simply re-grease the bearings and put the thing back together, probably saving me $100 to $150 if it works. So, however, knowing how easy it is to take it out, put it back, at this point, if it starts to squeal again at some point, we'll just spend the money and we will replace the motor. What is required, of course, is knowing that number that's on top, that number 231707, or its update replacement. Okay, as the manual says now, R&R, remove and replace, just reverse the procedure and put it back together. So we will shut the camera off and we will put it back. Okay, we are back together. And at this point we are going to bench test the motor. We're not able to bench test the rest of the furnace because I don't have a gas source, and so we won't know until we put it together inside the motorhome. Okay, we are bench testing it by we're connecting into the red wire that hooks to the timer relay, and then we are just going to ground to that back plate because the black wire is weaseled down underneath to a ground bus that is hooked to that plate. So, wire fell off here. Okay. Okay. We have intake here, exhaust here, intake here, and exhaust here, and it's not squealing. So we think we've done the right thing. Hope this gives you the courage to go after your SF35 or related furnace. It isn't all that difficult. Bye.